Shout out to the Mailroom Nation and the Mailroom Goons, City, Hood, Click. Let's go.
About humanity, putting truth in these lines while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray we all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is going to send you a bill. Lock the door.
Lock the door. The game is going to send you a bill. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mill, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it's going to feel like it's first and 15. Welcome to the mailroom. You come in and take a look at your mind, examine what's in your heart. You go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lies, but you come right here to get the truth, and the truth you shall receive. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. It's always education. Get on the bus and let me take you to school. Before they had handguns, they had handguards. And we come to talk about one today, Mr. Gary Brents himself, a.k.a. the Dutchman, the Mad Dutchman. Shout out to the Atlantic Drives, man. I had to get the Dutchman, man. Just days ago, Dutch, I got word that Dutch had passed away. First of all, where's my man? Shout out to the Postmaster General Marlena Williams, RDL in the chat. Keith, oh, what's good? Rail Recordings, Dominique, of course, and RDL again, and everybody else that's in the chat that's listening, that's standing by and want to receive this dope content. You know, often we talk about these legends and we talk about these individuals. We have to memorialize them. Once again, when we lose somebody of that stature, that status, we lose a library of history that is connected to the keyway, understanding, and information. Dutch was one that was very tapped in with his Crip, and he, you know, he was on demon time. I went to school with, he was on demon time, and I want to go all the way back. Going to school in the 70s and winding up Dominguez High. You understand? I wound up there about 74, 75. I wound up at Dominguez about 74 to 75. And it wasn't an easy thing because predominantly the school was all red rags, red, you know, they was flamed up. They was Parus, right? But what made it even worse during that time, the U.S. boys was just, they was in, and a lot of part of the Landras, which y'all now know as Atlanta Drive, Kelly Park neighborhood, South Side, and so on and so forth, were a lot of them was tapped in with being us boys. At that time, it was called the U and the Root. It wasn't until they had a fallout that happened somewhere between Dominguez and a party that things broke off. And this allowed the people like Dutch and of course all the other guys like Pappy, Killer Mike, Fish, let's see, Rick Rock, the twins, Ronnie and Donnie. There's a lot of guys from the Drive Blue, and his brother Jeffrey Brown, and just a lot of guys. I'm talking about the beginnings of Atlantic Drive and all those guys that was Hick Dog from Kelly Park, one of the originals. Uh, Lewis Mosley, he was there. There's an array of guys. But what I want to tell you guys, it wasn't until I got to the 11th grade, things started changing because by that time, Ivory McLeod was there, my homeboy IB. They was a year under, which is Ivan Brooks, Tiger McClure, and then we had Willie McKinnon, and that's when I met Joe Stein. Joe Stein was my partner in school because me and Joe Stein had both fifth and sixth period together. We hung out together real. We was real tight. Joe Stein, Half Step. I said Willie McKinnon. Let's see who else was there. Bodacious and Brother Tick, and I said Half, and there was others as well, right? But it wasn't until that last year of '77 when Dutch, Old Pappy, Killer Mike, Featherstone, Johnny Bournes, all those cats start coming. I mean, from the drive, and then there's Ronnie Bolden in them and Chris Walker, my homeboy Keith Pritchard, Bay Rob and Bullet and all those cats was in Dominguez now. Now the numbers are beginning to look different. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, it wasn't so lopsided, because now there was no more us boys. It was just, Crips and Pyrus at Dominguez, and the numbers were looking quite different. But I just wanted to, and I bought Dave on him because he got some things he got to say about the Dutchman because he knew Dutch. Because let me tell you, these guys, right? These Demon Time guys, Willie McKinnon, Joe Stein, Dutch, Half Step, Bodacious, Tick, all them guys was shoulder con and what was that other thing? What was the other one they used to practice? But I knew the shoulder con. And they was all good at it. Go ahead.
Kempo. K-E-M-P-O. Kempo.
Oh, Kempo. Shoulder con, Kempo. And all these guys was quite handy at the arts. But
right.
So Dave, tell me what was your memories of Dutch? Because he not the piece. He passed away, unfortunately, in prison, and I'm gonna break down the prison stuff in a minute. I'm gonna let Dave say something.
Well, I met Dutch in the early '80s. I didn't call him Dutch; I call him Gary. He's older than me, so naturally, back in our days, somebody older than you naturally showed them respect. There was a respect going right away. It was no ifs, ands, and buts about it, and it wasn't no being a punk thing or nothing like that. I mean, never mistake it for that. Being respected, having respect is being a bigger man, being as big a man as you can be, not the bigger man, but being the biggest man you can be. And when I met him, we was kicking it at his girl pad, and it was his girl. I knew it was his girl. I knew him already, but we hadn't been introduced. And it was me and a bunch of other little homies, and we was probably 7, 8 deep. But I knew about him. I knew what he was about, and he probably would have spanked all of us. But he came in like, "What the fuck y'all doing here?" And we all, I knew right away, like, show him respect.
Like Dutch was always, like I say, Dutch was always on Demon Time.
Oh, he was a real gangster. He wasn't bullshitting at all. I mean, Dutch didn't get Joe Stein, them motherfuckers, they didn't give him any passes. If you got a pass, you better relish it. You better be thankful that, because even, I wasn't sure I would ever get a pass from either one of them, but as things progressed. So right away I jumped up and said, "No," I said, "No, Gary, we out of here. We wrong. We out of here. Don't trip. I apologize." All that. And I probably was 16, 15 years old. So he admired the fact that I was so respectful to him. He came up to me later on and apologized to me for yelling at me and all that. And I'm like, "No, you was in the right. I was violating your space. You was in the right." And so after that, we just
shout out to Slick.
We clicked right away. I never had a disagreement with him or Joe Stein ever in life. And that just came out of just respecting the guy. I knew what he was about. I know he was a stone cold gangster for real. He wasn't playing around. He wasn't bullshitting. It's very few that reach that legendary status to where their reputation will precede them. So like I've been in crowds of motherfuckers and they start whispering, "Here come Joe Stein, here come Gary Brents," all that. And I'd be like, "Yeah, where they at? Where they at? Where my homie at?" Like that. So I could see the fear in their eyes, but at the same time, they looking at me like, "You don't care, you ain't tripping." I'm like, "Nah, they're my homies. Why would I trip? They're my homies."
So to put
So
it in context, guys, Dutch and Joe Stein would be like the Larry James of Atlantic Drive. They would be equivalent to that. They was like the bullies, so to speak.
well,
They not necessarily bully mentality, but they had that type of man
right.
strength. They was incredibly strong, and they was gifted with them arms.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No doubt, no doubt. I've seen both of them put hands on people, and that fight didn't last long. It wasn't there was no two ways about it. They could get down. I never wanted to I never wanted to throw down with either one of them ever. I just didn't. No matter if I thought I could win, which I never thought that. I just thought that if they ever hit me, it would be on. But I knew they never would because we just had that kind of relationship. It was always love. It
That's
was never.
Joseph Robinson. Matter of fact, his name was Joseph Robbins. Joseph Robbins. I
Time.
remember we was in school together. His name was Joseph Robbins.
Well, I knew a lot of his family. I knew, so me and his cousin Rick Redbone, we was real tight. So, there was just mutual love, like family love. So, I couldn't go around gangstering none of these dudes to make them leave me alone. They wasn't afraid of me,
Big
you know.
shot. You Black Joe's son? Go ahead.
Yeah, they wasn't none of them dudes was afraid of me. I didn't want them to be either. I never lived on fear. I didn't want people to fear me because I wasn't a fearful person. You didn't get far in life without, as far as I was concerned, without having respect and, just there's more than one way to do things. And I don't know if I was doing it the right way, but I never went to jail. I never been shot. I've been shot at, but thankfully I'm here to talk about it and to try to hopefully educate a few and let them know that it really ain't the lifestyle. You don't want to die in jail like Gary Brents. He was a good friend of mine,
Shout
man.
out to Little Joe, man. I figured you. I seen that 165 earlier. I seen that 165, Little Joe. So I figured, man, you had to be related to Black Joe. Right on. Well, I know your dad. I knew your dad, man.
Yeah, so those dudes was like the
Rest in peace.
pinnacle of they was the pinnacle of you don't fuck with guys like that. You just didn't want to cross them at all, at all. I seen them. Each one of them. I've seen them rob people, and the person just thankful that they didn't, put hands on them. Like just give me what you got, like Devo. I've seen it, and that was him. And Gary wasn't a. Say it again.
No, I was saying, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Gary
Like I
wasn't a big dude.
me and Joe Stein, man, every day we was regular. We was at the school at the D. We be together every day. You know what I mean? Because I tell you, man, there was so many Parus there. We didn't, it didn't matter if you was from Sandtown, Midtown, Oaks Park, or whatever, or
Right.
at the
Well,
time, South Side, and none of that.
Well, a lot of
We were all
them
together.
brothers, they all started off doing martial arts over there at the dojo on, I think that's Wilmington and Alondra, maybe
Uh-huh.
Wilmington, right where the railroad tracks at. It used to be a dojo right there, and that's where they started. They all started there. My homies, Bodation and Tick, they was both there, all of them, and that's where they all kind of get,
I'm gonna do you one further, man. That was right there off of Long Beach Boulevard where they had the Compton House of Champs, where my homeboy Snag and Lil Me, Willie McKinney, I used to box at. It's a box
yeah.
back then. It was
I
called
don't remember it. I,
Champ.
yeah, I don't remember it.
Yeah,
But
yes, that's a little before your time, Dave.
yeah, I just look older than you. That's all, you know. But yeah, all the McKinney, all them dudes, you know, they was all older than me, but I always felt like I got, you know, at least a little bit of respect for most, you know. Otherwise, you know, I got into a lot of fights, but otherwise I'd have been fighting every day. But, you know, in Compton,
I wanna provide a little more context, crazy, because Dutch was in Orange County out here, crazy, bro. Yeah,
right.
yes. I wanna provide a little context to
I,
that.
I,
So
I was out there with him a little bit.
I used to be in Orange County, right, guys, and I was in Laguna Hills. So I'm gonna tell you about Orange County. So one night I'm coming out of Orange County, coming up out of Town and Parkway, trying to get back to the freeway, right? And the boys get behind me. Now I had been over there like plenty of times and plenty of nights, and I would always see them, because you in a place like that and you black, you tend to
Stand
stand out.
out. Right.
So they pulled me over, and this was their words. They said, "Look, man," pretty much they said, "You noticing you have a lot of relationships over here with white women." I'm like, "Huh?" They said, "Yeah, we don't take too kindly to that. We don't put up with that over here. It's in your best interest to find some other interests or some other places to go." That's what the sheriffs told me in Orange County, right?
No, I already
So,
know. I mean,
so I
uh,
took heed to it. I just, would never go over there in the daytime. I'd be safe, but I could never get caught over there at night. You know what I mean? I wasn't for the lose friendships and be not there for my friends that I had met, and we had new side businesses going. But anyway, long story short, when I heard about Dutch and Billy St. Julie, shout out to rest in peace, Billy St. Julie. He lost his life. He was from Piru, Looters. He lost his life out. You dudes lost their lives out there, Orange County, out there on Beach and Ball and Harvard.
right.
And
Right.
it was a major, major hostro. So what happened allegedly? Let's get it argued with this chick, and it was over some methamphetamine or something allegedly, and they said he choked her and placed her in and he took to a remote location and opened the trunk and poured gasoline and all this stuff, you know what I mean, and turned it and set the car on fire allegedly, right? But here's my thing, right, guys. Orange County, if you black, Orange County is going to stretch it. They're going to put things
Right.
on you that didn't necessarily happen because you're black. You're in Orange County. So when you in Orange County, you have to be very, very careful. So they sent Dutch to death row. He was on death row for so many years, but then
Right.
they overturned the case and they re-sentenced him, and he wound up with a life sentence. So my problem, what I'm saying though, guys, visionary lady, what's going on? A lot of times that whole entire case was problematic. Now, all the allegations that they were alleging or they even tried to place on Dutch may not even been Dutch. It may have been the fact that Dutch was such a presence over in Orange County
They
that
want to
they
get rid of him.
a way to get rid of him. Okay?
Right.
So always understand that these people that call themselves sheriffs or whatever, police, serve and protect, and they're not here to serve and protect us. They only here to be weaponized and brutalize us as a people. And when they see black men having this enormous power over white women, that jealousy seep in, bro. That jealousy seep in. And when that started to happen, they're gonna start plotting on a way to get rid of you for
Well,
good.
when they see a black African American black man with a white woman, and let's say she's hoeing or whatever, the first thing they say to themselves is, "Look what he did to her," when she could have been out there all way before him. So that's in their mind. They think, "Look what he did to her." So they want revenge for it. They want to get back. They might know her from high school. It's a Republican town, so I went out there a little bit, but I didn't want to.
And ain't nothing worse than a white woman's tears, guys. If a white woman start crying and waving at the police, man, you better have that thing and you better go 100 miles in the other direction, man, because it's gonna get ugly for you.
If she yelled rape, you going to jail. That's for real.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so it was rough brothers out there because a lot of brothers were going out there pimping
Yeah.
and they out there, there's a
That's
lot
a
of money to be made out there because
lot of motels out there. A lot of motels. A lot of motels.
not a clear woman's tears. Yeah, Marlene, a clear woman's tears. What is that noise?
Me? On my end?
Yeah. Sound like
Somebody,
a machine.
somebody in a car pulling up. I'm in the driveway.
Oh, sound like a breathing machine or something. Yeah, the Karens.
I don't know what that is. I can't hear it.
Okay.
But,
There's a lot of Karens out there. So I'm just saying, guys, be careful if you're doing anything in Orange County. But back to the Dutch and Dominguez, man. Man, I'm telling you, man, we had a little perfect area, the capital, well, over in the dining area of the dining hall is for the school lunch. And we had a couple of tables. We should always be over there.
under the canopy. Under that canopy.
Yeah, under the canopy. Yeah. The first two tables, man, we held that down for years. Every year I was there, I don't know what happened after, but yeah. Yeah, so so a lot of times in my last year there, Anaheim and Santa Ana, yeah, you're right. My last year was 77, right? So gang of homies, Old Pappy, Featherstone, Bay Rob, and a few others, and my homie Pee Wee, my homie Perry, my homie Strawberry, all of them behind the gym, gambling. They gambling. And the blood decided to push up that day. They decided to push up and fisticuffs, and it was a lot of fighting at this school. And they got so bad,
Yeah.
man, that the principal called for outside help, because people was getting stabbed, people was getting laid out, and people was getting sent to the hospital. But I remember Chris Walker standing over there, man. I saw Chris, man. He was Willie, myself, and Ivan, Todd, just a gang of people, man, just all over the school, just fighting everywhere. That was my last year there, man. But I can tell you, I was so happy to be out of that school. But I went all 3 years, and I didn't go. I'm not gonna say I went all 3 years and it wasn't no times when things got tight. There's always that, but I salute those guys that was there, the Chicks, the Bodacious, the Touches, Joe Steins, the Half Step, the Odd Brooks Tiger, my homie Killer Red, he was there too.
That's all the triple OGs right there.
Yeah, and Spruncho was there as well,
So, yeah.
Martin and them, Richard and what's the other little Martin? Richard, his little brother.
Fred, damn, can't think of my own homie name. Fred, Richard got killed. Radar, yeah.
Radar, all them, That's when Linda Fellows was there, rest in peace. Sandra Martin, Antoinette, Salisbury. It was a lot of girls that was there down too.
Right.
April. It was a lot of girls that was down. They were down with it.
My sister ran with Antoinette, Salisbury, and all them. That group. Sandra Bell, and all that. So she was there with you. She was up there with you. Yeah, by the time I got to Dominguez, it was like 95% blue ragging, and the rest was red ragging. I think like it had flipped over. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, really? What was the number?
Me? Yeah, about 90 to 95% blue rag, and then the rest like Luther's Park and all that. I lived over by Luther's Park when I was younger, so I knew a lot of them dudes from over there. Like when I moved from Ivor Street, when my mom moved from Ivor Street, and by Greenleaf, we moved over there off of San Vicente, and so I knew a lot of the Luther Park dudes.
I thought it was Smokey Terrence McCray. Hey, what was it like? Was you there with Dutch? You wasn't there with Dutch. You was too young, huh?
Way too young. Me. To be honest, man, I barely went to the 6th grade. I didn't do well in school. I didn't want to be there. I didn't show up, and so after the 6th, even in elementary school, there be days when I just wouldn't go. I just would not go, like for weeks and weeks and weeks. It wasn't nothing they could do for me. I didn't want to go. So, I'm not an idiot or a stupid person. It's just that school bored me. So but Dutch was like probably I don't know, maybe about 3-4 years older than me, 4 or 5 years maybe older. But that made him, to me, he's older than me. I respected him. That was my nature. I always looked up to older homies.
Probably respected that roundhouse Dutch had.
Not the round. It wasn't called a roundhouse. You talking about a roundhouse is from the hip straight across. You talking about the spinning heel kick he had.
Oh, yeah, the spinning heel kick. There you go.
Yeah, that's the roundhouse is just that front kick, like sideways. That spinning heel kick was the one that you didn't see coming. He had that one down pat. He'll knock you out with that. If you got caught with that, you going down for real. Yeah, I seen him kick people and knock him out. The coldest kick is that spinning heel kick. Yeah, he had it. He was quick with it too. He wasn't no big, he was a short dude, but he was ripped up. He wasn't no big. Joe Stein was a bigger dude. So
yeah.
he was more imposing. He was more
Joe
imposing. But
tall.
yeah, and ripped. But yeah, Dutch was a good friend. I considered him a good friend. I always considered him, a good friend, and I got nothing bad to say about him. He might have done what he done, but I've done a lot of horrible things myself. So, I can't never judge a person for doing what I might have done. I just can't. I'm sure that
whole neighborhood, whether Atlantic Drive, Kelly Park, Ed Hood, that is really one big neighborhood connected together.
In the beginning, it could have been one whole set. It could have been, but I think the dope game is what messed all that up. Because there was more togetherness, more, you was blue rag and you was, you didn't, but the dope game, it ruined all that. The dope game just caused all the division and we start killing each other, robbing each other, and fighting over a corner, a space. Where you gonna slang? You can't slang over here and all that.
Big Sherman, and Lamb and Stephen Evans, all them was too.
Yeah, then my homeboy. Yeah, you didn't run up on Big Sherm.
Yeah. No, Sherm was God. We're running up on Big Sherm.
They called him Big Sherm for a reason. His brother Johnny Neves got drafted by the Cowboys back, but he played for the USFL. My other big homie. But the Nevins brothers was, man, if you mess with one, you mess with all of them.
Right,
that was the way it was. That was the way. And Joe Stein, I think was he from Ducky or was he from Atlantic?
Ducky. He was from Ducky.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But being all that time, all them dudes on that side, they functioned together, because we all went
right. One, right. Yeah. Like I said, the dope game is what fractured us. That's what did it, That's just the truth. Bottom line is the truth.
Did you and Easy went to school together? Y'all about the same age, right?
No, he's older than me too.
Okay.
Eric was older than me. I think Eric had already graduated. But you got to remember, I was at Roosevelt for 5 years, 5 fucking years, because they wouldn't move me up. Huh?
You was only supposed to be there 3.
Yeah, but I was trying to break the record. They, I wouldn't show up. I wouldn't. I just, what could they do? I wouldn't be there. I missed months. Like, I just wouldn't be there. So it wasn't. They couldn't do nothing. But I don't regret it because they wasn't teaching me nothing. They don't teach you nothing in school. Not in our schools. I remember books. We had books, history books that would stop at Eisenhower. We all the way up in Reagan, and we talk. And everything we got was used. It was tattered. It was broken. It just wasn't. It wasn't no fun being in school in Compton to me. So I didn't go.
You've been from Land Drive since 35. So Kitty O and all them and the Joneses,
Bunyan, Big Bunyan,
Bull.
I know Bull. I know Bull really well. He used to love them little
Johnny Barnes, JB.
Yeah.
Killer Mike. She said yes. Killer Mike and all them. Yeah, I went to school with them. Featherstone, Old Pappy. Fish was going there too. I never knew what Fish. I don't know if Fish was Land Drive or Nutty Block. But he always used to be with the drive, so I'm assuming, it was just Crippin' anyway. So
back then there was really no. I mean, everybody claimed their own little section, but it was a lot more getting along. It was a lot more brotherhood.
Oh yeah, you got Killer Mike. Okay, yeah.
That's when we all went around saying Crippin' wasn't easy, but it was fun.
So Visionary Lady, you said you got a channel that's coming up, right? Send me a message over in my ID at the Hood Postman. Go to my IG and see my message, and let's have a conversation. Oh, you Little Lisa? I'm Little Lisa. Okay. Yeah, I remember Birdie and Rat Tone. I remember quite a few. Mario Woodby, Joe Woodby. That's who else? I know I'm missing somebody. Of course, I talk to Tracy all the time. Me and Tracy talk all the time.
Bats?
Yeah, Tracy Bats.
Yeah, I ran into Tracy in the county back in like 95.
Shout out to Chico too. That's my guy too.
Yeah, I know Chico. I've been knowing Chico a long time.
Val. They call Val. What they call Val? The black woman? Smoke. Smokey. Bone from South Side. Yeah, I know.
What do you think about your boy Diddy? He didn't get no bail today.
Man, Diddy in trouble, bro. No, oh yeah, by the way, guys, thank you. Was that OG Steve on the way? Shout out to OG Steve coming in there with that band, with that that guap. Shout out to OG Steve. I got another on Thursday, guys, and she's gonna tear into Diddy. I mean, because she was Faith Evans' friend. She was there when Big E died. What happened to Big E? She knew all the intricate parts and secrets. So hopefully we can get her on Thursday, and we're gonna go in. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, when he made that run to the Bahamas, he killed his own chances of ever getting bail.
Yeah, where's Insane at, Visionary Lady? Where's Insane? Jody's still locked up too, I believe.
And I ain't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah, we was all at the D. Jody and his brother, rest in peace. Wow, I just go insane. Rest in peace. Yeah, Jody, Tino used to come to Dominguez with that blue rag hanging out, man. The dudes used to be so shocked by what he was doing. They be like, they be paused, they be stuck. You know, Big Jody. Tito wasn't a joke, man. Shout out to Tito.
When you was up there, was Furu going there?
Who?
Fruit, they called him Furu. He was from Looters.
Oh, Fool? Nah, Fool was younger than me.
Okay. I knew him. He lived across the street from me on San Vicente.
I think he's from Holly. He was from Holly.
Holly?
Yeah.
I thought he was Looters. I don't know. I mean, I never asked him, but I knew him. I never asked him where he from.
Okay.
I knew him, his brother, a couple other dudes from over there.
Yeah.
But I've been around Compton. You ain't no telling who I know, and or who know me.
Right. Yeah, that was a different time right there, man. Oh, your phone right there.
Was it better times or worse times?
Say again?
Was it better times or worse times?
Man, in the 70s, it was a whole lot of fighting, bro.
I know. 70s, 80s, all that. We'd rather knuckle up before we went to...
Lady?
Yeah, we knuckle up before we went to the iron. The iron used to be the last resort. When you couldn't solve or resolve a problem, then you go to the iron. Now, dudes don't knuckle up no more. They go right to the iron, right away.
Right. But you know what? Some of the best parties I ever been to, back to, in the 70s, we did a lot of parties. Man, them parties on Washington, on the Drive, on White and all that, Kickacre and all that, man, parties be popping, bro. Popping.
They used to have a little thing at the Kelly Park little recreation. They've got parties there too. You ever go? Did you ever go to one of those?
No, that thing wouldn't happen when I was around.
What about the canteen over by Jordan High at Halton Park?
At Howland Park, yeah, we did the canteen and the canteen and the hut.
Yeah, that was way back in the day, way back. We'd wander off over to the Carmelitos and all that, and
yeah, they used to have little dances at the Carmelitos too.
Anywhere you went, anywhere I went, and motherfuckers knew about Dutch, they knew about Joe Stein.
Oh, we got an infamous picture at the workshop, the Landing Drive in Santana. 30 or 40 of us up there one night.
At the canteen?
No, at the workshop in LA.
Oh, okay. I never been.
Took a big old picture.
Yeah, I never been there. Yeah, but anywhere I would go. I went a lot of places, and anywhere I go, if people knew about Joe Stein, they knew about Gary Brentz, they were scared of him. Rightfully, because them dudes wasn't no joke.
Yeah, Stein was my partner in high school, man. So I met Joe Stein in my junior year. He was a sophomore, and we had me and Joe Stein. We played horns together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We played horns. Huh?
You talking about music?
Yeah, I read both treble clef and bass clef music. I'm very comfortable with music.
Saxophone?
Oh no, we played trombone.
Trombone, okay.
Yeah, me, him, and Roosevelt Thomas was in Killer Mike's brother. I think he was.
I played the trumpet.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be like Wayne Henderson.
I want to be like Miles Davis.
Man, with the horn. Yeah, I went to the UCLA Cannonball Adderley Academy at UCLA.
Oh yeah, man, I love Cannonball early.
Yeah,
Miles Davis, Cannonball, Satchmo. I love all them guys. That's real music to me. Real music.
Yeah, I was
so what happened to
stage musician, jazz? Yeah.
What happened to Dutch in there? What did he have a heart attack? What happened to him?
You know what? I haven't got the full details yet, so I don't know. I'm just hoping it wasn't foul play and the brother just
Right.
probably passed away from natural causes and stuff. So I'm waiting to hear back from Chico. Chico gonna tell me what's up. So I appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, but I think if he would have got stuck or something like that, we would have heard about it, in the streets. But I ain't heard nothing other than when you called me and told me. I thought you was talking about the shooting over there in North Long Beach. That was right around the corner from where my brother's house is, and
What
so
happened with an North Beach?
the youngster, I think it was from Southside, killed himself, killed his wife, and killed himself.
Yeah, I saw that on the news.
Yeah, that was right around the corner from my little brother's house.
Oh wow, that happened like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I know the dude. I know who he is. I know who he is. I didn't know him real well, but
Thought it
I
was
knew
like
him.
2 people.
3.
Okay.
From what I hear, it was the girl, her uncle, and then he killed himself.
Wow.
That's what I heard. I don't know. The news don't always get it right.
No, they don't.
They don't
We live in
always get it.
times. I'll tell you that, man.
Yeah,
I
and
I am not finna take myself out. That's not finna happen.
no, that I mean, especially those type of circumstances. I don't know.
Yeah, that's some very different stuff, man.
I just wonder to myself, what is making so many people, I ain't gonna say crazy, but think different thoughts and do different things than you would normally expect. I
I also reach out to Say from the Bay, Kumi. Out to him, I'll reach out to him and see what he got going. I appreciate you, Melly Mill. I'll send you a deal. Okay, thank you, visionary lady. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'll be in touch soon. Yeah, we're gonna have Zay up there, and we'll probably get him up here tomorrow. Talk about some old Kumi and BGF stuff. Get to the bottom of that. I think the Kumi kind of got the same thing going and we'll talk about it tomorrow with the El Rukins, what they did. I think a lot of these black groups start off black militant, but then they somehow embrace some type of religion, and that sometimes seems to be what fracture them because people have different belief systems and they look at God differently. You can't always get everybody on the same page when it comes to God. You
I
just
keep
can't.
I keep telling you, Melly, we need to get rid of religion. Religion need to go.
I need to go. What we gonna do with it, Dave?
We don't need religion to worship God.
No, you don't.
It's only a fool that thinks that another man can teach you what's in your heart.
Right.
So we don't need religion to worship God. Religion is what divides us, keeps us separate.
But what keeps us,
Especially a religion that's forced upon you at the tip of a sword. Either believe it or die, that type of religion. And obviously that can't be right. That can't be God.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. I agree there, Dave.
So I mean,
I'm gonna jump up out of here, man. I appreciate you, man. We'll jump back in tomorrow, guys. I appreciate each and every last one of you guys for coming out and continuously supporting this channel. It's always a blessing to see you guys, Keith, Marlena, Visionary Lady, Pretty C, Frank Eddie, all you guys, Keith, and everybody, everybody that jumped in, each and every last one of you, all you are very important. Michelle, of course.
Melly,
yes, sir.
Last time I was on here, Rooster gave me a shout out, Rooster. And I just want to acknowledge Rooster. I know I've been knowing him a long time. What's up, Rooster? How your son doing? And, if you're there watching, I ain't forgot about you, bro.
Okay, right on, Dave. Well, Dave, I appreciate you as always coming in
No,
and sharing your wisdom. Let's do it again.
I got some heavy content for you, you know, that we can talk about.
Okay, in regards.
We'll talk about it. Then we ain't got, you know, we'll talk about it. We, you know, like I told you the other day, like do OGs in LA get the proper respect?
Okay, make OGs great again.
Like that, like I'm saying, and should LA sets have a list of standards, rules that they should all go by, like do's and don'ts,
right?
Like they have in other places, like New York. You know, like certain things that you know, like you do and don't do. Like, you know, I just hate some of the time. You know, sometimes you see random shit.
Antonio as well.
But we'll give it to it.
Okay, salute to you, bro. Continue to your team. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, bro.
You're welcome, man.
Take care.
Once again, welcome to the mailroom. When you come in, take a look at his heart. Appreciate each and every last one of you. But don't mind me just watching. But go ahead and lock that door. We are gone.
Cali Finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go, reach for the low.
Lock the door, cause we are gone.